The St. Kitts Nevis Football Association, SKN Newsline, and Voice of the Caribbean Radio present the SKNFA Match of the Week and Sunday Night Football. 2 days of comprehensive live football coverage. The SKNFA Match of the Week on Saturday nights at 8 p.m. and Sunday Night Football at 7 p.m. on the Facebook pages of SKN Newsline and the SKNFA, and live radio commentary on Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. Stay tuned to our halftime and post-game shows with analysis and interviews. It's live football on radio and online video stream. The SKNFA Match of the Week on Saturdays at 8 p.m. and Sunday Night Football at 7 p.m. Only on SKN Newsline and Voice of the Caribbean Radio, taking football to another level. This is an SKN Newsline feature presentation. The St. Kitts Nevis Football Association, SKN Newsline, and Voice of the Caribbean Radio present the SKNFA Match of the Week and Sunday Night Football. 2 days of comprehensive live football coverage. The SKNFA Match of the Week on Saturday nights at 8 p.m. and Sunday Night Football at 7 p.m. on the Facebook pages of SKN Newsline and the SKNFA, and live radio commentary on Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. Stay tuned to our halftime and post-game shows with analysis and interviews. It's live football on radio and online video stream. The SKNFA Match of the Week on Saturdays at 8 p.m. and Sunday Night Football at 7 p.m. Only on SKN Newsline and Voice of the Caribbean Radio, taking football to another level. This is an SKN Newsline feature presentation. And we're coming to you live here at Warner Park Football Stadium. It's St. Peter's FC versus Rangelid Superstars, and we The game started just a few moments ago, and very early in the match, a goal has already been scored by Rams Village Superstars. We haven't yet been given the goal score, but here comes a crossing now for St. Peter's. They're trying to get one back here to see if they can equalize. Shot goes up, and a beautiful save, a very acrobatic save there by the goalkeeper, pushing that one over the crossbar, and it will be a corner kick, the first one to St. Peter's of the match. So St. Peter's down very early, 1-0 so far in the match. I'm joined here now by Essington Watts, co-commentator for tonight, and later on we'll be joined by LaShawn Dixon. So Watts, very early days, but 1-0 in favor of a Village, and here comes St. Peter's with the corner. Let's take this one here. Let's see the corner coming in. St. Peter's ricochets this one into the 18-yard box. The ball goes over the crossbar. It seems to be a goal kick, but no, the referee says it's another corner kick to St. Peter's. So again, we see a situation here where St. Peter's are against it. They are trying to find their way back into this game. Going down so early, the ball just virtually crawled over the goal line into the back of the net. A defender falling on in the process. Here comes a corner kick. Kick taken, and the defender has this one out back to the corner kick taker, who tried to boost this one back into the 18-yard box, but again finds a defender. And both players go after it here. St. Peter's trying to get control of this one, but they lose control of the ball, and it's in the possession of Village, who now play quick counter-attacking football. Here comes Village now on the attack, trying to find their way back into the box. That's Javon Amry there, trying to create something there for Village. The ball is sent upfield by the defender. It will be a throw-in to St. Peter's. They're trying to head the other way. If you're just joining us here at the Warner Park, early days, it's 1-0 in favor of Village very early on. I mean, virtually the opening minute of the match. They found the ball in the back of the net. Ball just basically crossed over the line. I'm sure St. Peter's would be very disappointed with that kind of goal, conceding that kind of goal so very early in the match. But here they are now in the attack, try to find this one in. They cross this one to Taekwon Tyrrell, who passes off to his teammate, who tries. I'm not sure if that was a shot or if that was intended to be a shot or a pass, but nonetheless it goes to a pass. Here comes St. Peter's now with a chance, trying to find the equalizer, but unable to get a shot off. They manage to do so, but it goes into the arms of the goalkeeper of Village, who throws this one out, a long throw out, but the game has been stopped as a player is down, the number 7. As I indicated before, we're joined by Mr. Essington Watts, co-commentator for tonight. So Watts, how are you doing?
Yes, a pleasant good night to our listeners. Yeah, good. A very early goal indeed for Village Superstars, coming off a loss, their first loss for the season. And so they're looking to atone for their sins, redeem themselves tonight. And a very good start indeed.
Yes, indeed. Very good start for Village. As you pointed out there, they were previously unbeaten, but here come they now in the attack. They're playing this one now cross. Can they find the cross in from the right-hand side, right flank? They try to find a cross, a weak one, finds a defender instead for St. Peter's. The ball is played back outfield. Here comes St. Peter's now on the counter-attack, trying to create something here. They are on the far left side, but loses possession easily to Village. St. Peter's haven't been holding on to the ball for very long. Village here putting them under a lot of pressure. Here comes Village now in the attack. Plays one wide. They are trying to get the cross in, trying to find a through pass, but on both occasions, defender comes into the way for St. Peter's. St. Peter's now on the attack. They're forced to play in their half for most of this part here, as Village trying to force them, or at least to try to prevent them from making a counter-attack. Foul there is committed against St. Peter's, against Village rather. It's a kick taken quickly by Taekwon Tyrrell. He places one on the far left. Here comes St. Peter's now trying to cross, but muscled off the ball there by the defender. One goes out of touch. It's a corner kick, a third one for St. Peter's, but they haven't made much of it so far, Mr. Watts.
Yes, but it's good that they putting pressure, at least putting pressure on the Village Superstars defense. They have already forced a save from the goalkeeper with a point blank shot just inside the box, and they're going to take in the corner kick now.
Kick is taken. It's whipped into the 18-yard box. A chance. Whoa! That one was heading straight towards goal. The goalkeeper was alert though and touches that one over the crossbar. It's another corner kick on the other side of the field.
Well, it seems that St. Peter's is not down to the talk by the somewhat ominous start from Village Superstars. They said they scored in the first minute, but St. Peter's has been fighting back. They've already forced goalkeeper to make 2 saves so far. And here comes another corner kick. Again, it's goal. It's a goal. St. Peter's, as I said, they weren't down to the talk by that early goal by Village Superstars, and St. Peter's has equalized. About the 5th minute or so. So a very good going by St. Peter's. As I said, they show some resilience and some tenacity by holding on And they forced about 4 corners in quick succession, and they were able to get a goal from one of those corners. So it is 1-1.
1-1. 1-1 here, very early in the match. And both teams, this looks like it's poised to be an exciting matchup between these two teams, as was expected, because St. Peter's certainly has been on the ascendancy. And Village, as we know, is Village. They are the top of the league. But certainly, they are no walkover, St. Peter's. And here they are now with this game drawn, well, so far at 1-1. Very good response from St. Peter's in quick succession.
Very good response indeed. And we are in for a very entertaining game here tonight. 2 goals so far. St. Peter's, as I said, they stood strong. They could have easily been disappointed and been downtrodden by that first early goal. I said it was in the first minute of the game. Village Superstars scored. But St. Peter's showed some strength, showed some resilience, and they were able to get the equalizer after about 4 corners. Here comes Village Superstars in a nice ball through, but easily cut out there by St. Peter's. Now they are looking to build from the back. Ball is played up front, but it's going to go outside. This is going over the touchline now, so it's going to be a train. You're listening to live coverage coming from Warner Park, and it's Premier League. I think it's Nevis Premier League here in St. Kitts. Here's Village Superstars. They're looking to pull one back. They said they've been dominating the league so far, but they've lost their first game last week against Connery FC, and now they're looking to redeem themselves. They're looking to atone for their sins and come up with a win for their fans. They had a very good start, but unfortunately, St. Peter's were able to equalize. It's going to be a train for Village. No, a referee's indicator is going to be a kick. Here comes the ball up front, but St. Peter's defends well. Plays the ball downfield. Ball is bobbing around in the field, picked up now by the referee. Blows his whistle, indicating it's going to be a free kick, so penalizing St. Peter's. But here comes Village. Looking very comfortable in the ball, Village. Here they are, looking to build. Ball is played up in the middle of the field now. They're looking to go forward. Looking ominous indeed, but the ball is cleared. Big clearance there. Picked up by Village Superstars. Again, if you're just joining us, I'd like to remind you this is live coverage from Warner Park, and it's St. Peter's versus Village Superstars. Yes, we have just gotten the team list, so we're going to give you an idea as to who the players are.
All right, so the team list. Let's take a look at St. Peter's. We have Deonis Stevens, number 73. Number 13, Lyndon David. Number 17, Devonte Fye. Number 45, Delvis Gums. Number 2, Jolan Gordon. Number 95, Tijan Isaac. Number 7, Kareem Simmons. Number 98, Taekwon Tyrrell. Number 6, Jaleel Warner. Number 5 is Azim James. Number 77, Shaquille Barzi. And a little pause in play here, but let's go now to Village. We see at number 2, Dennis Fleming. In goal, goalkeeper Zelen Morton. Number, is that 1? Number 8. Then we have Tyron Hanley, number 21. Joseph Wilkes, number 15. Tyreek Queely, number 29. Number 20, Javonte Liburd, or rather, I beg your pardon, Carl Tuitt, number 4. Captain Dylan Keynes, number 12. Leroy Hanley, number 18. Carlos Bertie, number 6. Lawrence Jeffers, number 14. And Ordell Fleming, number 23. So that's your starting lineup for Village Superstars, and you would have heard the starting lineup as well for Rams Village Superstars. It's 1-1 here at the Warner Park between St. Peter's and Village. Very early in the match. Village getting a goal just at the stroke of the start of the match, basically in the first minute of the match, a few seconds into the game. And Here comes Village now in the attack. A chance for now to get a second one up. Shot taken right across the goal, the mouth of the goal. Here's Village again with an opportunity, unable to take the shot off, and the ball is cleared out just barely by St. Peter's. Wow, what a close one there for St. Peter's.
Very close indeed. We're having end-to-end action here. This promises to be a very entertaining game. Here comes Village again.
Village now on the attack. Crossmake trying to find Hanley there, but it goes away. Actually, that's booted out by the defenders. It's a throw-in though for Village. They maintain possession. Here comes Village on the attack. They're trying to create something here. I think that's Javon Amory, but the ball goes out of touch. Another throw-in for Village. And again, just before we even could have said it, this is certainly going to be a end-to-end match as it is so far. As both teams getting a goal very early in the match, both goals very early in the match, and we are still not even halfway into the game.
Yes, and this is good for the neutral fans who will be looking for some entertainment here, and the entertainment value so far has been very high. And
Indeed.
let's hope that it continues.
Indeed. A big contrast to the game last night that we brought you live. Here, the first half was a bit, dull. Not much attacking, not much to excite you in the first half. The second half came alive,
Yes,
especially after Connery got
so.
their first goal.
Very much so.
Yes. Well, here comes the free kick here, and seems like Javon Amory is going to take this one for Village. He's going to try to... actually, no, that's not Javon. But Village here with a very good opportunity here. The free kick. Ball is still played into the 18-yard box. Heads go up, but no one able to get a clean shot at that one. That one goes out of a goal touch it is. No, it's a corner kick, actually, to Rams Village Superstars, and they're heading over to take that one quickly.
This has really been entertaining stuff. We have had about maybe 8 or so corners.
Yes, from both teams. Yes, it is. Now here comes the corner kick for Village. Ball whipped into the 18-yard box. A beautiful one there. Heads go up, but the attacker misses the ball entirely. It goes out of touch, and it will be a goal kick to St. Peter's. 1-1 here at the Warner Park. Exciting games here being played. St. Peter's getting a goal. I think it was from a corner.
Yes,
from a set piece. Yes, from a set piece.
Corner.
So St. Peter's trying to make things right, and see if they can put up. They have been having some good results of late. They've been playing some really good football.
Yes, the self-confidence is very high, and that's why it's going to be a very competitive game. It's not going to be a walkover for Village Superstars at all.
Here comes St. Peter's now. They are under a lot of pressure here from Village. Village swarming them like bees. But here comes St. Peter's now. They managed to worm their way out of this one. Number 17 on the far flank. Trying to make the cross. Comes off a defender who's tried to keep it inbounds to prevent the corner, but unable to do so. The linesman raises her flag, and it will be a corner kick to St. Peter's. Again, this is probably the 5th or 6th corner for St. Peter's. Zelen Morton, the goalkeeper for Village, remonstrating. He felt that one was saved inside the touchline, and so shouldn't have been a corner, but the linesman reads differently, and it will be another corner kick to St. Peter's. They did score their previous corner kick to equalize the game. They made good of their set plays, or at least that set play. Here comes the opportunity now for them. Will they be able to convert this one to a goal? A corner kick now taken from St. Peter's. Heads go up. The goalkeeper punches that one away. Goes out for another corner kick. Wow, this is end-to-end action here, Watts.
Yes, great stuff. For the neutrals fans, for sure, this is really great stuff. Great entertainment, and it's going to be St. Peter's now who's going to be taking that corner kick. It's still 1-1 here at Warner Park.
Here comes the corner kick now, taken by St. Peter's. Heads go up. Shot taken here, and it goes straight into the arms of goalkeeper Zelen Morton. And Village lives to fight another day here. Didn't threaten him really, just went straight into his arms. Not much of a threat at all. The ball here now just bouncing around up in the air. St. Peter's trying to maintain composure here after going down so early in the game. And I must say, though, it's a good response from them. They realized that they made a serious error so early in the match. And they have been putting on the pressure ever since then and holding on very well from the pressure from Village.
Yes, a great response indeed, because Village Superstars, as the dominant team, will be looking to impose themselves, but St. Peter's defended very well, referee indicating it's going to be a free kick, so penalizing Village Superstars, a free kick to St. Peter's.
Tyree Queeley there on the far flank here has been causing some trouble for St. Peter's early in the game.
especially on that flank. We know Village is very good on the counter-attack. They have very pacey
good.
forwards.
Yeah.
And so St. Peter's would be very much wary of that. Here comes Village now on the attack. Nice through pass here on the far right flank, trying to cross this one in, but the defender holds well. Good defending there from St. Peter's, I may add. They have making sure that Village not getting any balls from that right flank into the 18-yard box. They know anything could happen if that were to happen.
Yes, so it's the corner kick. The throw-in will be coming just close to the corner flag. A long throw into the box. Not head on. Well, it's going to be taken easily by the goalkeeper, and just rolls it out to his player there. So just pushes that ball forward. St. Peter's, they're looking ominous. They're looking good. I said they won't unsettle at all. They weren't shell shocked by that very early goal, first minute goal, but it's Hanley with the ball. Hanley pushes the ball forward. Now here's Village. Carlos pushes the ball back out and then makes that run inside. Now Village is looking to get the ball into the box, but it's too long. Yes, a bit too long. The ball eventually ricocheting from the head of the player, and it's going to be a throw-in. It is. It's going to be a throw-in close to the corner flag, just below us here. So it's Village with the ball. Number 19, that's Squealy.
Yes, shot taken into the 18-yard box. Heads go up here for Village. They maintain possession here. Will they be able to try to get something in attacking position? This is like Tyrone Hanley. Here's Hanley now trying to worm his way into it. Nice shot here. Opportunity here from Wilkes. Shoots the ball, but it ricochets off the feet of the defender. And that's a corner kick. Yes, these two teams are very competitive very early on in this match, Watts.
Yes, this is a contest. This is really a contest, not a very very keenly contested game. Village, unlike their last start, they're really looking lackluster, but they're looking very much alive tonight. Looking alive and very ominous indeed. They're with about this fifth corner or so comes in.
And that's one headed out by the defender, but it will roll back out of touch for a throw into Village. On this towards the Warner Park cricket end. We see some of the fans there in the bleachers in that section there watching on, and here comes the throw-in now from Village. Defender here from St. Peter's managed to snuff that one out, or at least trying to, and keeping Village here under pressure. Village surrounded by two defenders there, the attacking player surrounded by two defenders, goes out of touch. It's another throw-in for Village. Later on in the commentary, we'll be joined by LaShawn Dixon, as he joins our commentary team. We did have a match played earlier today with Old Road and Sadlers. It was two exciting games, and Sadlers coming off with a comfortable 4-1 victory.
It was Sadlers and Mantab.
And Mantab, I beg your pardon. Yes, Sadlers and Mantab. Mantab has been struggling. Here comes St. Peter's. Shot goes out. Well, yeah, but Mantab has been struggling and have been having the fortunes that you would have expected after surviving relegation last season.
Exactly.
This is an opportunity for you to try to
been
work
up for a while. So
yeah.
And I'm surprised that teams like Trafalgar South Stars and Security Forces, they just came up. But your Mantab is they're struggling, really struggling.
Well, Security Forces, I beg your pardon, Trafalgar South Stars got their first win yesterday against
the same
Security Forces. Yes. So they got their first victory ever in the Premier League because they're playing in the Premier League for the first time. Security Forces would have already gotten a victory earlier on in the first round. So it was a good welcome win for them, and they certainly need it because they are struggling at the bottom of the table along with Mantab.
I think it was South Stars' first match in Premier League, but I think not the first match in top flight football.
Okay.
But it would have been the first match.
First in the Premier League, yes. First playing in the Premier League. And they managed to get a victory as a result of that. If you're just joining us, this is live commentary here of the SKNFA Sunday Night Football. Here it comes St. Peter's on the attack, but the players brought down, clipped by the defender. It goes down, and it will be a free kick in a very promising position, I might add, for St. Peter's. This one could be whipped into the 18-yard box. Anything could happen after that.
Yes, as I said last night, we have not seen any imagination at all in those set pieces. And set pieces are chances that you should look to. You should look to seize the opportunity and at least create some pressure, put some pressure on the defense and the goalkeeper.
The thing is with Village that they have some lanky defenders who can probably put this one out. But here comes, I think this is Taekwon. Crosses one into the 18-yard box. A glancing header there from the attacker, but it goes right over the crossbar. It will be a goal kick to Village.
Yes, a very good header indeed. They had some power on it. Unfortunately, the direction wasn't there. Wasn't anywhere close to the goal. And goalkeeper just looked at it as it went past by. But good idea. That was a nice glancing header. Had that been directed to goal, it could have created some problems.
Indeed. If you're just joining us here, we're live commentary between St. Peter's and Village. Sunday Night Football brought to you by the SKNFA through the Corporation of Voice of the Caribbean Radio and SKN Newsline. Later on, we'll have the halftime show and our post-game show as well. We'll be analyzing the game at halftime as well as the match at the end of the match. Last night, we had Alexis Richards of Village Superstars, the assistant coach. He was in with us here, joining our commentary team. Obviously, he's on duty now.
He's in action. He's in action tonight. I saw him earlier on.
Yes. He won't be able to make it tonight. But from time to time, we'll have different coaches and officials popping in, and certainly we'll have a very interesting halftime interview lined up for you as well. Last night we had Earl Jones, coach of Escrave Newtown United, in studio, and just speaking about the new developments at Newtown and how the players managed to bounce back. They did have a very welcome victory last night. Or rather, they drew that match, I beg your pardon, against St. Paul's. And he was quite happy with that.
Salvage at least a point from the game.
Better than nothing.
They were 1-0 down.
Yeah, better than nothing, because they've had some bad results of late.
Exactly.
So if you get a point against a team like St. Paul's, you'll take it.
Take it.
Yep. Here comes Village now. They're in their defensive half. They're trying to work their way up, but it's broken up. Here comes number 17 for St. Peter's. There's a chance for St. Peter's to make a counter-attacking play, but they just made a mess of that pass, and it goes to a Village defender who finds Zelen Morton of Village, the goalkeeper. But number 17 for St. Peter's trying to keep things up. Devontae Fye trying to maintain possession here, but is robbed of the ball there. Number 21, here comes Tiran Hanley of Village, but loses possession, goes back to Taekwon Tyrell, who tries to find his attacking player there, but gives away possession. Here comes Village now on the attack. Nice through pass here to Hanley. Tahir Hanley passes this one off to, just gives that one away there. The number 14, Lawrence Jeffers, just giving that one away getting that one away from St. Peter's. So here's the opportunity now for Village, but the player goes down. The defender there just trying to maintain his stance. Lawrence passes this one off to number 4 for Village. Village now trying to see if they can make something of this one. Nice cutting pass here on the flank, but broken up again. Good defending by St. Peter's. They've managed to neutralize the attack from Village on the far right flank there. What?
That's true. They're really soaking up the pressure. And Village Superstars, as I said, they're looking very much alive compared with the last start against Connery. They looked a little bit jaded against Connery in the first half, but they really looked alive tonight.
Yeah, well, I guess they learned from that experience. But here comes the number 7 here for St. Peter's, Kareem Simmons, trying to create something here. But certainly they would have learned something from the way they would have played that last game. Connery came out with purpose very early in the game, put them under pressure, got 2 early goals, and basically soaked up the pressure for the rest of the game, and was able to even create some chances of their own in the second half. And I guess Village learned from that, so they wanted to make sure that they applied pressure early and not wait to the second half.
I think if it's one team I didn't want to lose against
was Connery. Yep. Those two. Yeah, when it comes to Village and Connery. But I was made to understand after the game last weekend, just talking to some fans, and fans, they know their stats, that's the first time in 3 years that Connery defeated Village.
Yes, in the Premier League.
In the Premier League, that is, yes. They would have had victories in the FA Cup.
In the Cups, yes. Because I remember, yes. There was one point when the final was played at the Warner Park Cricket Stadium that Village, Connery did beat them, and from that,
and that was the last time.
Match, yes.
Yeah. So,
but when it really matters, Connery do step up.
Yes. They did have a very competitive encounter in the finals in 2018. 2018, which Village won handsomely in 2 games, winning the best of 3 finals. But Connery did put up a fight in the second game, and they played well. But again, Village was just the better team on the night. So they do have history, and Connery, certainly, as we've been saying a lot about them last night, they've certainly come out with a renewed sense of purpose in this since they've acquired Azim Jenkins as their coach.
Yes, they did quite well. I mean, Connery is a small community, and they don't have the pedigree of village superstars and Newtown and those teams who have a great history and pedigree. But they're doing quite well. I mean, they've been to 5 finals so far in the Premier League.
Yep. Actually, probably the most progressive team in terms of appearing at finals, because they've appeared at the finals more than most teams in the last 10 years.
That's true. That's very, very true. Very true.
And now here comes St. Peter's. Oh, this is an opportunity for St. Peter's. Will they make this one? Oh no, this one does roll out there. Defensive error from Village Superstars. Very rare we see them make that kind of error.
Good. And goalkeeper found himself in no
man's land. Yeah, it really wasn't his fault because he was left all alone there by his defenders. They played a very high line there, Village, but fortunately for them, they forced a corner instead. And it's probably the 9th corner or so from St. Peter's. They've certainly been putting on a lot of pressure here. Here comes the cross into the 18-yard box. A corner kick taken, but it finds a defender instead. And now Village trying to get this one. They've managed to gain possession. Here comes Simmons. Will he find a shot at goal? No, he doesn't. The defender clears this one away. This looks like Hanley, and he manages to get this one out of touch. Is a throw-in for Rams Village Superstars. My word, the St. Peter's team certainly putting on some pressure here on Village.
Yes, it's good football, and the number of corners I've considered so far give you an indication that it is really end-to-end action and really goal-mouth action. It's not midfield battle at all.
Indeed. Well, here comes St. Peter's now. They maintain possession. Shot taken out towards goal, but it goes into the arms of goalkeeper Zelen Morton. Easy save for him there. Quite elementary for him right there. So it's a very tight game between both the teams, as they try to get the upper hand here before halftime. Still a long ways to go before halftime. Here comes Hanley. Nice through pass here to Village. Well, not quite. It's broken up there by the defender. There, the number 73, Deon Stephen for St. Peter's. Now, St. Peter's now on the attack. They're playing the far flank. This looks like Taekwon Terrell. Will he find this one in attacking position? Not quite yet. They're still in the flank here, trying to find a cross. An open man here. They crosses one into the 18-yard box, but no player there to receive it. A little bit too high there for the attacking player coming through in the 18-yard box, and it's held on by the goalkeeper Zelen Morton.
Well, Village very much would like this kind of game because Village love the counter-attack. They have the personal and they have the pace and the penetrative power in order to create problems for St. Peter's. But St. Peter's, they're doing very well indeed, really withstanding and soaking up any possible pressure.
Indeed.
Both goalkeepers have been called into actions in a long ball being played through by Village Superstars, but it's going to be favoured very easily by the goalkeeper.
Yes, and we see the opportunity now for Village. They haven't created much since we saw that cross right in front of the goal mouth. But here comes St. Peter's now on the attack. This is a beautiful cross onto the far flank. St. Peter's now with an opportunity. Will they be able to find? Not much in the box here. They've tried to find one player there who comes into the box, but they waited more to see if they could get some more players in. Instead, they found defenders in the way. But number 17 for St. Peter's holding on to this one here, trying to create something here. Will he play this one upfield? They play this one. The shot there taken by Jaleel Warner, but nowhere near scoring, and certainly not a threat to the goalkeeper that goes out of the crossbar.
Yes, and it's a good time to remind you that this is live coverage from Warner Park. It's 1-1, and 2 goals coming very early in the first half, and very entertaining stuff here. It's defending champion Village Superstars. As you know, last season was not completed, but Village is still the defending champions. They're the last champion we've had in the Premier League here in St. Kitts. And they have dominated proceedings. The first 10 games they won, and the winning streak was broken by Connery last weekend.
Well, if this result stays the same, they will still remain at the top of the league. Connery would have won last night and moved their way up to second place, or maintain rather their position on second place. Tying though with points with Village, but if Village were to hold on to this result or even get a better result by going for the win, they will remain at the top of the table. St. Peter's, on the other hand, they've certainly had a good run of form. They've been playing well under coach Anthony Isaacs. That pass back there to the goalkeeper, a little bit too hard, but he was able to get into it and take it out of harm's way. And here comes Village now. That's a very dangerous pass here across the goal line, across the 18-yard box. But they managed to hold out to that one, and they continue to play that one. Here comes Village now on the counter-attack. Player brought down, but referee sees no harm in that. And St. Peter's now on the counter-attack. Here comes Tyrrell, places one into the 18-yard box. A little bit too hard, no one there to receive it. And it goes in the arms of the goalkeeper. We're now joined by LaShawn Dixon, who will take over the commentary for tonight. LaShawn, welcome.
Yes, good night, Andrew, and good night to the listening viewing audience. I'm sorry for my tardiness. I've been a busy Sunday, but it's Rams Village Superstars versus Elko Limited St. Peter's. St. Peter's in fifth, Rams Village Superstars in first. 1-1 here at Warner Park. Yes, so Rams Village Superstars here in the middle of the park, and that's the number 29 is fouled, and it's a free kick to Village Superstars, picked up quickly by Tyrone Hanley, who makes a pass to Keynes over to Fleming to Jeffers in the middle of the park. Jeffers plays it over to Hanley for Rams Village Superstars. Hanley makes a long ball towards Carlos Bertie, Tyrone Hanley rather. And it goes out of, no, it's kept in just by Hanley. Just in with two St. Peter's defenders, and eventually wins a throw-in. Now in a dangerous position here for Rams Village Superstars. A throw-in they look to take advantage of here in a close encounter at Warner Park.
Yes, very close indeed. Entertaining stuff. It is.
Yes, and picked up here by Jeffers in the middle of the park for Rams Village Superstars. A long ball over towards that looks like Amby for Village, but it's played back towards Ardell Fleming for Rams Village Superstars. Ardell cuts in, trying to find space in the center, loses it, but it's back with a Village player. Eventually cleared by St. Peter's. St. Peter's on the run now with number 73. Plays it over to Hendrickson on the left hand side for St. Peter's. He cuts in towards the middle, but it's picked up here by Tikwan Tyrrell, and his shot is scuffed and collected easily in goal by Zelan for Rams Village Superstars. As St. Peter's wins a free kick just outside the 18-yard area, about 40 yards away from goal. A chance for them to test the defense of Rams Village Superstars.
Yes, and St. Peter's are quitting themselves very well. They're not allowing Village Superstars to impose themselves. They have acquitted themselves. They're not even sitting back and soaking up pressure. They are looking to go forward, playing positive front foot football.
Yes, as the free kick comes in here, but it's blocked off by the wall for Rams Village Superstars. Cleared up towards Carlos Bertie. Carlos Bertie with three defenders to beat. He splits two, but the ball is eventually cleared by St. Peter's, picked up by Ardell Fleming on the right hand side of defense for Rams Village Superstars. Played over to Bertie controls. He manages to keep it in play before he eventually goes out, and it's a throw in for St. Peter's in their defensive half.
St. Peter's with the train again. Just remind you, it is 1-1. Two goals coming very early in the first half, and this game really promises to be an entertaining game, and is living up to expectations so far. The two teams really battling each other, end-to-end action.
Yes, Hanley lays it off to Chewit in the middle of the park, but Chewit is brought down. He looks for a foul. The referee says no. It's picked up by Tijani Isaac for St. Peter's. He lays it off to number 17. He cuts in. He eventually makes a pass to the outside of the boot. At the top of the box, it's with the number 73 for St. Peter's. He finds Hendrickson over on the left-hand side, but he's brought down cleanly, according to the referee, and it's Village on the run here now. Here, Tyrone Hanley, a cross-field ball all the way over on the other side to the number 15. I think that's Joseph Wilkes. Wilkes tries to play back in. Tyrone Hanley, who had made a run in the middle, and it is cleared by St. Peter's. Fleming in defense with it now for Ramsville Superstars. Played all the way back to Zelon Archibald in goal. Now with Carl Truitt. Truitt lays it off, finds Hanley on the left hand side of the defense. Hanley to Wilkes. Wilkes with his back to goal, he plays it back to Hanley. Hanley comfortable on it. Tries to play in Bertie. Bertie's brought down, and it's a free kick to Ramsville Superstars. Just inside the defensive half of St. Peter's.
Well, this game, it is clear that this game, I believe, have lots more goals in it, because you have seen it is a bit stretched, because both teams are playing attacking football. They're not playing negative football and sitting back and trying to soak up pressure, but they're looking to make the attack and leaving some spaces in midfield so the players can play their game.
Yes, Adolf Fleming with the cross trying to find Tyrone Hanley, but it's cleared by St. Peter's, and St. Peter's with Tyrell is on the go now, but it's back with the number 6. Number 6 finds Hendricks. Hendrickson turns, tries to play in Isaac, but it's ruled offside, and a free kick to Ramsville Superstars. A free kick about halfway in the defensive half.
Very promising build-up. Unfortunately, just petered out disappointingly for St. Peter's. The referee's assistance flag brought that one to a halt. But a very good build-up by St. Peter's.
Yes. St. Peter's 5th place team looking to gain ground on St. Paul's in 4th, and looking to cement a spot in the Super 6 playoffs. But here comes Ramsville Superstars, and it's the middle of the park over on the right hand side of attack for Ramsville Superstars. They win another free kick here. St. Peter's being a bit indisciplined here, committing a number of fouls against the Ramsville Superstars, but the ball is pumped up over to Wilkes. Wilkes heads it back towards the center. It's now with Hanley. Hanley plays in Carlos Bertie. Carlos Bertie beats the first defender. His cross is cut out by St. Peter's, and it goes out of play for a corner kick to Rams Village Superstars.
The kick we have gotten so far for tonight, both teams getting some goal. Here comes the kick. It was a short corner kick taken, the ball taken a ricochet and goes over the byline, so it's going to be another corner kick. I said we have almost it's more than 10 corner kicks we have so far. We're just maybe halfway through the first half of this game. It gives you an indication of the play. Here comes the corner.
Yes, the corner comes in. It's cleared partially by St. Peter's all the way back to the corner taker, and he puts in his second ball, but it beats the far post, but it had a Ramsville Superstars player that looks like Lawrence Jeffers running onto it, and it goes out of play for a goal kick to St. Peter's.
So it's still 0-0 left, just in case you're just joining us. It's 1-1, sorry. Just in case you're just joining us. 1-1, 2 goals coming very early in the first half. Village Superstars scoring in the first minute, and then St. Peter's coming back and equalizing just about a 5th minute or so. And it remains 1-1 so far, but it's very entertaining stuff. A player is done, referee goes over, looks at him, and indicates for the stretcher to come on and give him some medical attention. Well, referee is indicating that it's 1 minute of another time, 1 minute of time for stoppages. So they're go into the dressing room. It appears, well, after that 1 minute elapsed. A player is done right now, so they will have a chance now to go into a dressing room and have their halftime team talk. And but very entertaining stuff indeed. We've had entertaining half, and first 45 minutes would soon elapse. Well, it has elapsed, and we now just will be having 1 minute for stoppages. So 1 St. Peter's FC and Ram's Village Superstars 1. I think St. Peter's will be the happy of the team going into the dressing room because Village Superstars is a very dominant team. They are looking to atone for their sins, having lost their first game. Referee blows his whistle, indicating that it's halftime. So the first 45 minutes has gone. The first 45 minutes have gone, and with the score, St. Peter's 1, Ram's Village Superstar 1. The 2 goals coming early in the first 5 minutes of the game, and really provided some great entertainment for us. So both teams going, I think St. Peter's, as I said, would be the happier of the 2 teams having equalized after Village Superstar scored in the first minute.
Yes, fireworks earlier in this encounter. 2 goals in 5 minutes and then none in 40. But both teams will be pleased having found goals early on, but would want to improve on the scoring record going forward. But right now we'll take a break and come back for the halftime show here at Warner Park.
The St. Kitts Nevis Football Association, SKN Newsline, and Voice of the Caribbean Radio present the SKNFA Match of the Week and Sunday Night Football. 2 days of comprehensive live football coverage. The SKNFA Match of the Week on Saturday nights at 8 p.m. and Sunday Night Football at 7 p.m. on the Facebook pages of SKN Newsline and the SKNFA, and live radio commentary on Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. Stay tuned to our halftime and post-game shows with analysis and interviews. It's live football on radio and online video stream. The SKNFA Match of the Week on Saturdays at 8 p.m. and Sunday Night Football at 7 p.m. Only on SKN Newsline and Voice of the Caribbean Radio, taking football to another level.
At Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. Like knowing you're fully covered after an accident. The security of your home and everything in it that means so much to you. And knowing that even when the weather does its worst, you and your family are covered. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
Now you can have SKN Newsline on the go. Introducing SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Search SKN Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news in St. Kitts and Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch your news reports, watch our live news feed on SKN Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today.
Hey, scan this. Boy, what that stand for?
We are St. Kitts and Nevis Waste Disposals.
Oh, so it's I just rent the big bin for when people cleaning the yard and construction project and so?
Yes, we do that.
Okay, so what about septic tank and grease trap cleanings?
Yes, we do that.
Them portable toilet rental?
Yes, we do that.
So what about if I want to rent a sexy bathroom trailer for like VIP events or my outdoors wedding?
Yes, we do that.
Residential garbage pickup?
Yes, we do that.
Okay. So if my office have a bunch of documents we need shredded,
Yes, we do that.
boy, I talking to you one, you know. But when you answer me, I hearing like 10 people.
That's just the strength of our team working for you. Watch now. Call us at 662-3329 and we'll come and do that for you.
Like us on Facebook.
KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises. Now you can have SKN Newsline on the go. Introducing SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Search SKN Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news in St. Kitts and Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch your news reports, watch our live news feed on SKN Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today.
Banners, commercial signs, decal printing, canvas prints, license plates, posters. We at Multigraphics are dedicated to providing quality products and service to our customers. Our team takes pride in the craftsmanship and is passionate about its work. Every job, large or small, is important. Most of our customers come to us through referrals. That's because our number one priority is service. We serve a wide variety of customers, such as restaurants, retail stores, manufacturers, trucking companies, and many more. Our capabilities include design, production, and installation. How can we help? We are located at Bird Rock at the Woods Right compound. Call us at 869-763-1511 or 784-491-7599. Multigraphics.
Are you ready for the biggest gospel event ever? It's a gospel. The moment you've all been waiting for. Well, it's here. The God Movement presents their second annual all-white affair Jesus Party Boat Ride. On April 10th, Tortola comes alive with the best of the best. High Frequency Band out of Tortola. Blessed Messenger out of Trinidad and Tobago. Nisha Woods out of Barbados. Oni out of Tortola. Nigel Lopez out of Trinidad and Tobago. The God Movement out of Tortola. Jay Prince out of Trinidad and Tobago.
Everybody just dip. Do the name and dip. Rock and come in and dip.
And DJ JD out of St. Thomas will have you rocking. Zion Hill Steel Orchestra serenades you as you board the Cayman Seal at 5 p.m. Boat leaves from James Young Marina East End Tortola at 7 p.m. sharp. Early bird tickets available now at $40 and ends February 29, 2020. Regular tickets are $60. All you can eat and drink all night long. Remember, April 10th, the Jesus Party Boat Ride. See you there.
Listen the words of my song now. Do the name and dip.
For all your printing needs at top-notch quality, go to Digital Print Plus, located on Princess Street, Bastyr, St. Kitts. At Digital Print Plus, you get the best in business cards, letterheads, envelopes, wristbands, tent cards, rack cards, flyers, brochures, logo designs, posters, photos, architectural designs, 3D renderings, and so much more. Digital Print Plus gives you the best quality at competitive prices. Contact us at 767-7468 or email digitalprintskn@gmail.com or follow us on Facebook at digitalprintskn. Digital Print Plus for all your printing needs at the best quality. Print Plus, located on Princess Street, Bastyr, St. Kitts. At Digital Print Plus, you get the best in business cards, letterheads, envelopes, wristbands, tent cards, rack cards, flyers, brochures, logo designs, posters, photos, architectural designs, 3D renderings, and so much more. Digital Print Plus gives you the best quality at competitive prices. Contact us at 767-7468 or email digitalprintskn@gmail.com or follow us on Facebook at Digital Print SKN. Digital Print Plus for all your printing needs at the best quality.
It's Straight Talk.
Yes, and welcome back to the halftime show here at Warner Park. Rams Village Superstars 1, St. Peter's FC 1.
It's a program
a half that saw 2 early goals. What was your take on the first half?
Well, evenly contested first half. I mean, you expected Village Superstars to come out, Rams Village Superstars to come out and dominate the game. But St. Peter's acquitted themselves very well. They were not intimidated at all by the defending champions. And as I said, they played very well. They went down in the first minute of the game, and that could have daunted the spirits. But they played well to come back in the 5th minute, and have since have done well. They're not just sitting back and soaking up pressure. They're making their own ones towards goal and creating some problems for the St. Peter's, for the Village Superstar defense. So it's a very keenly contested game.
Yes, and a game that has great context. Great context.
And Newton is not the most successful team in the league. Check
Well, the game has a lot of context for the Premier Division. Rams Village Superstars looking to go up and Southern at Academy that tied them on points last evening, and also St. Peter's trying to cement their spot in 5th place on the table, trying to see if they can move up and close the gap on SLS with St. Paul's that dropped points this weekend, and it's end of the first round as well, and it's we're on the eve of the second round basically, and it's interesting to see how teams would regroup and come back for the all-important second round.
That's very much so. Interesting what the team talk, the team talk is going to be. I think Village Superstars, Rams Village Superstars, the coach will have to motivate those players to go out there and do more. I think that they have more in them. They're the top team, they're the dominant team, they have more in them. But St. Peter's, on the other hand, will be very satisfied with the performance so far. As I said, they were not intimidated at all by the fact that Village Superstars scored very early, and the fact that Village Superstars has been a dominant team over the past 3 years or so, and they are looking to impose themselves on St. Peter's. So we are in for a very good game. We have a very entertaining game on hand here.
Yes, and the players are back out, so we should be seeing the start of the second half imminently. It will probably be another 2 to 3 minutes before the second half starts. The both teams will try to build on a first half, an evenly contested first half. They wouldn't want to no one would want to go down again in this encounter, but it's all left to be seen to see how this second half will be played out.
Yes, it's going to be very interesting indeed, because I know that Rams Village Superstars have to atone for the last weekend against Connery, and St. Peter's will be looking to continue their winning ways.
Yes, and Ramsville Superstars early on the ball here with Wilkes trying to find Hanley, but it's cut out and it's picked up by Tyrrell for St. Peter's. Tyrrell plays it to Simmons, who tries to lay it off to the number 73, Indiana Stevens, but it's cleared by Ramsville Superstars. It's now a thought to Ramsville Superstars, a thought to be taken by Ardell Fleming on the right hand side of attack, and Fleming takes it. He throws it to Wilkes, but it bounces off Wilkes and goes out of touch for a throw to St. Peter's. And St. Peter's here with the throw to Tikwan Tyrrell. Tyrrell to Bazzi. Over to Stevens. Stevens with a flick on header to Simmons. And it's with Stevens on the left wing. He cuts in. He finds Simmons. Simmons turns. Plays it into Tyrrell. Tyrrell in the 18-yard box for St. Peter's. He crosses, but couldn't find a blue shirt, and it's eventually cleared by Ramsville Superstars, who tried to start a counter-attack, but it's easily picked up by the number 5 there for St. Peter's FC, and he rolls it all the way back to the goalkeeper, who thumps it upfield, but only as far as the Jeffers for Ramsville Superstars. But it's eventually played back to the goalkeeper of St. Peter's, who collects easily. And it's picked up now by Deanna Stevens for St. Peter's. He cuts into the center. He finds Simmons at the top of the area. The shot goes just wide, and it goes out of touch for a goal kick to Ramsville Superstars. A good build-up play there by St. Peter's.
Again, St. Peter's getting into very interesting position, very menacing position, and they had a very good chance, a very good sight and goal, and almost create some problems there, for some serious problems for Village Superstars. A very good start for the second half as far as St. Peter's is concerned.
Yes, and Ramsville Superstars would have to be worried that they don't want to go down twice in 2 weeks after a 10-game winning streak to start the league. They wouldn't want to go on a 2-game losing streak now. But they have a free kick here in a fairly dangerous position, about 45 yards out. And we see Tyran Hanley standing over it, a set-piece specialist, one of the many set-piece specialists in this Ramsville Superstars team. He's standing over it and would want to put a good ball inside the box for Village attackers to run onto. And Hanley now with the cross, it's a out swinger. It's picked up there by Ramsville Superstars, but the attacker is deemed to be offside, and it's a free kick to St. Peter's.
Yes, a very good free kick taken there by Tyran Hanley. Got the ball to the far post. Unfortunately, no Village Superstars player was able to get any meaningful contact with the ball. But anyway, the flag, and when it went upside, it would not have counted because the offside flag was up.
Yes, and a long ball forward finds Isaac in the middle of the pitch for St. Peter's. He tries to play in the right winger, but the game is brought to a stop so medical attention can be given to a Ramsville Superstars player in Carl Truitt, and the physio comes on to tend to Truitt. It looks like an eye issue, maybe something flew into his eye. But we are 1-1 here at Warner Park. Sunday night football at Warner Park. Ramsville Superstars, league leaders, versus the 5th place it was the 5th place St. Peter's FC, who are looking for a playoff berth this year. The first playoff berth, I think, for them in 3 or 4 years. But it's Morton in goal for Ramsville Superstars. Plays a ball forward trying to find Bertie, but it's cut out. And Tyrrell for St. Peter's FC, his to pass is successful in finding number 17, but his follow-up ball is cut out by Ramsville Superstars, and Tyran Hanley on the break here for Village goes down, clutching his knees, and he is in excruciating pain here on the turf for Ramsville Superstars.
Yes, and this could spell some trouble for for Rams Village Superstars. This is one of their main creative player, Hanley, and interestingly, his brother Tahir Hanley. We're not seeing him on the team list. But again, you're not missing any football, so it's a very good time to remind you that you're listening to live coverage coming from Warner Park, and it's the Premier League, and it's Village Superstars, Rams Village Superstars and St. Peter's with the score deadlock at 1-1. St. Peter's coming out in the second half, and they're looking very ominous indeed. They have taken the attack to Village Superstars, and they've gotten in some very good position in about 3 occasions also, gotten into very good shooting position with clear sight and goal, but unfortunately they were not able to get that go-ahead goal. The player is now going off. That's Tyron Hanley. He's now going off and going to be getting some medical attention from the physio. So again, we're just ready to restart the game. St. Peter's 1, Rams Village Superstars 1.
Yes, and Hanley walking off. He doesn't look to be in much pain going off, but it will be a good sight for Rams Village Superstars fan as St. Peter's with the ball in the center circle. Number 17 finds Isaac. Isaac tries to play Simmons, but it's cut out, and it's with Rams Village Superstars picked up by Wilkes. Wilkes over to Ardell Fleming. Fleming tries to play to Carl Truitt, but it goes out of touch for a throw into St. Peter's.
It seems like any opportunity St. Peter's got, they're looking to go forward. They're looking very well indeed, but that final ball into the box just missing. They just need that final ball to be more meaningful. But they're looking very good going forward. They're creating some serious problems for the Rams Village Superstar defense. Whistle goes, and the St. Peter's team is going to be penalized. Referee indicating just midway inside the Village Superstars offensive half. So looking to go forward.
Yes, Fleming, Ardell Fleming lays it off for Truitt. Truitt finds Wilkes on the right wing. Wilkes with a crossbar trying to play Bertie, but it's over his head, and it's partially cleared by St. Peter's. Now fully cleared by Bazi. Bazi finding Simmons. Simmons keeping the ball in play, but his teammate Deanny Stevens is brought down, and it's a free kick to St. Peter's, just inside the defensive half, and the long free kick taken by Bazi is headed away by Dennis Fleming for Rams Village Superstars, and picked up by Carlos Bertie. Bertie to Truitt. Truitt over to Wilkes. Wilkes trying to find back Truitt, but his pass is unsuccessful. Now with Tiquan Tyrrell of St. Peter's FC. He lays it off for Stevens. Stevens to Bazi. Bazi playing in Tyrrell, but Tyrrell with a smart dummy there. But Bazi running out of real estate, and it goes out of play for a throw.
The idea was a very good idea. Execution just wasn't there, but a very good idea indeed.
Yes, as we see Rams Village Superstars on the attack, it goes out of touch. It's a throw-in to Village. A throw-in, 1-1 here at Warner Park. The throw to be taken by the number 23, Ardell Fleming. He throws now. He finds Tyron Hanley, who's now back. He plays it back to Ardell, Ardell to Truitt to Wilkes, and Wilkes passes again wayward, and it's a throw-in to St. Peter's.
Oh, that's a nice
a nice flick there by Simmons. Simmons finding Tyrrell. Tyrrell to Stevens. Stevens to Simmons on the left wing. His cross, though, is behind all the blue shirts in the 18-yard box.
But this is very good football from
Yes.
St. Peter's. They're looking at dominant team. They're putting some very good passes together, and not only putting the passes together, but doing it with style.
Yes, as Rams Village Superstars win a free kick just outside the center circle, and it's taken quickly, but referee pulls it back as he wasn't pleased with the position it was taken from. So it's a free kick here to Rams Village Superstars. 1-1 at Warner Park. Rams Village Superstars versus St. Peter's FC as Truitt tries to play in Wilkes with a through ball, but his pass was too heavy, and it goes straight to the goalkeeper there for St. Peter's, as Ardell Fleming goes down in a very awkward manner and winning a free kick to the displeasure of Anthony Nets Isaac on the touchline for St. Peter's FC.
That's a very interesting call by the referee just now. The player is making a case for himself. St. Peter's not happy with that call at all, but the player appears to not to have moved, not to have done anything. The Village Superstars player seemed to have climbed his back instead of being propped up. I think the player was guilty of climbing. But it's back. The player resumed, and it's still 1-1.
Yes, 1-1. Truett trying to find Wilkes, and the ball goes out for a throw-in to St. Peter's FC.
St. Peter's looked the more confident team from since the start of the second half. They're really playing good football. We have seen some clever backheel flicks and some clever, some smart dummies from St. Peter's. So they're playing with some self-belief and some self-confidence.
Yes, they've had the better of the possession since the start of the second half. They've looked the better side, but Ramsville Superstars winning a free kick here. A free kick in a fairly dangerous position, deep in the defensive half of St. Peter's, and almost as a corner. It almost seems like a corner for Ramsville Superstars.
Very close to the corner flag. But as the Village St. Peter's are playing so well, they have to be careful, because this Village team, they know to find ways to win. They're the dominant team, they're the champions, and they would find ways to win.
Yes, and the left footer standing up over this free kick. It's going to be an in-swinger. It comes in now, but it's way off target over to the other side of the box, and it's cleared comfortably by St. Peter's. But it's picked up by Tyrone Hanley for Ramsville Superstars in the middle of the park, and it's with Lawrence Jeffers, whose turning shot is caught by the goalkeeper for St. Peter's. It wasn't on target, but he kept it in and started a quick counter-attack, finding Simmons in number 7, but his pass is cleared by Hanley for Ramsville Superstars. And Wilkes played in here by a crossfield ball, but it's caught by the goalkeeper there for St. Peter's. And St. Peter's on the attack now with Basley. Basley with a chipped pass tried to find Simmons, but it's headed outside by Ardell Fleming for a throw-in for St. Peter's.
And that was almost a perfect pass. He was looking to play the ball over the top, in behind the defense. Unfortunately, a nice cut in
yes,
there by
and here's Simmons. He's back to goal, and he's finding the pass, and the shot is taken by Tiquan Tyrrell, and he's scared, and he's back with Simmons, and he's back with the net. Simmons with the go-ahead goal for St. Peter's FC, and it's 2-1 here at Warner Park to St. Peter's, as Simmons celebrates in front of the cameramen here at Warner Park, giving St. Peter's an all-important 2-1 lead.
Oh, that was a great play indeed. Very great play. I said St. Peter's, they're better team so far from since the start of the second half. They look exciting. They're playing some exciting football, and that ball was in the box for a while and bubbling around, and St. Peter's was able to tuck it into the net. So a very good goal for St. Peter's. They have the go-ahead goal now, so there's 2 goals to 1 with St. Peter's with the advantage. And let's see this might wake Village Superstars up. They need to up the game. And they have the potential, they have the ability to do that. So let's see what's going to be. They have the makings for a very interesting finale here.
Yes, we were just speaking of St. Peter's having the better of the play thus far in the second half, and they definitely took advantage of it there, going up 2-1 to Kareem Simmons. The ball bubbling around in the 18-yard box. It was a scramble, but he eventually got the finishing touch to give Ramsville Superstars to give St. Peter's a big lead here at Warner Park, as Jeffers for Ramsville Superstars tries to find Wilkes on the right hand side, but the ball is cleared outside and it goes out for a corner. It looks like a corner, throwing deep in the defensive half for St. Peter's.
Well, I think it's going to be a corner.
Yes, it looks like a corner, yes.
The byline, the player there defending for St. Peter's doing the old-fashioned way, safety first, and making the ball anywhere would do outside. Once he's outside.
Yes, and the corner comes in. Now, and it's flicked smartly there by Carlos Bertie, but it was blocked out by the defender for St. Peter's, and he eventually clears it for a throw-in to Rams Village Superstars. The pressure is still on here for Village. Chewit. He picks it up. He looks for his options. He changes his mind from the initial pass. He finds Ardell Fleming on the right-hand side of the defense. Ardell's cross is into the box and it's cleared by St. Peter's, but only as far as the top, where a number of red and white shirts were standing, and it's with the attacker there for Village, and it's eventually picked up by St. Peter's and cleared, and one a free kick there for St. Peter's FC.
So free kick for St. Peter's halfway inside their own defensive half. They have the momentum right now, and they have a goal ahead. They're looking a much better team since the start of the second half. They acquitted themselves very well indeed. As I said, they refuse to be intimidated by this Village Superstars team.
Yes, as Tikwan Tyrrell now with the ball, finding the number 17 there on the right-hand side of the attack. And his pass is back with Tyrrell. Tyrrell lays it off to the defender, and the defender pumps the ball upfield, trying to play in the number 17, but it's cleared there by Rams Village Superstars, and it's a battle here for Ardell Fleming to keep the ball in play, a battle which he loses, and it goes out of touch for a throw into St. Peter's, but the quick throw is stopped for a substitution for Rams Village Superstars. And number 29 is coming out. The number 29, that's Tyreek Quealy, and he's replaced by the number 33, Travis Rogers, a face we haven't seen much in recent months in the Premier Division, but he's back here tonight. And Stevens beating two defenders, suddenly between two defenders, finding Simmons in the area. Simmons with a threatening cross there, trying to find Tijani Isaac for St. Peter's, but it's cleared to safety by Rams Village Superstars, who on the counter-attack now as Wilkes trying to break away. Is brought down, and he's displeased with the referee for not showing a card there, and I do believe that should have been a card. Breaking up a promising attack, so St. Peter's getting away there.
But just before that play, there was another ominous situation for Village Superstars. The ball again bubbling around in the 6-yard box, just needed a little touch, but unfortunately for St. Peter's, it was cleared just in the nick of time for Village Superstars.
Yes, as St. Peter's winning a free kick there, a free kick to be taken by Shaquille Bazi, and we see Simmons setting up to make a run, but Bazi goes towards Stevens instead, and Stevens flicks it over to Simmons. Simmons down the left hand side here, but it's all the way back to Morton in goal for Village, and Morton clears the ball upfield, and it's a free kick to Rams Village Superstars just outside the center circle, taken quickly by Tuan Hanley to Chewit to Jeffers. Jeffers all the way over to the left hand side to Hanley plays it up the line ball to Wilkes, and it's cut out by St. Peter's for throwing to Rams Village Superstars.
So Sure comes in, and Village Superstars with the ball there, looking to get back into this game, looking to find the equalizer, but they have to get the ball up front. They're almost half at the halfway line.
Yes, and it's with Fleming. Fleming does a 1-2 with Hanley. Hanley back to Fleming. Fleming back to Hanley, and back to Fleming, and the Travis Rogers into the play, finding Hanley, and Hanley with a cross into the box, finding Carlos Bertie, who couldn't get away shot, but Bertie finding that looks like Wilkes on the left hand side there, but his shot is scuffed. Wilkes having a tough time here in the second half, trying to put a few passes together unsuccessfully, and now a scuffed shot as you see Simmons leading the counter attack here for St. Peter's. He plays it back to Tyrrell. Tyrrell goes back to the number 17. He looks up, he finds a his teammate there. He goes trying to find Tyrrell, but the pass is wayward. Picked up by Carlos Bertie. Bertie turns, plays it to Keynes. Keynes to Hanley. Hanley back to Keynes, and Keynes plays a crossfield ball over to Travis Rogers. Rogers to Jeffers. Jeffers to Wilkes, and Wilkes again with another wayward pass, giving the ball back to St. Peter's. As we see, Ramsville Superstars trying to create another attack. Ardell Fleming playing it over to his namesake Dennis Fleming. Fleming finding Tyran Hanley. Hanley to Jeffers. Jeffers looks up. He plays in Travis Rogers. Rogers tries to beat the first man, but is unsuccessful, but wins a throw-in instead. Rogers takes the throw, finds Ardell Fleming. Ardell Fleming finds Jeffers. Jeffers tries to find the overlapping Rogers, but it goes out of touch for a throw into St. Peter's. As we see another Rogers coming on, this time his younger brother Kimari Rogers, replacing the number 4 Kyle Chewett for Rams Village Superstars here.
And this is normally the Village Superstars talisman. Yes. This is the man they go to get goals, and he's on. Let's see if he can make a difference tonight, because St. Peter's looking in very good form. They're leading this encounter 2-0. If you're just joining us, this live coverage coming from downtown Bastia, Warner Park, and we're happy you can join us. We hope you're enjoying our live coverage.
Yes, as the throw from Bazi, I'm trying to find Simmons, but it's cleared. Picked up now by Tikwan Tyrrell for St. Peter's. Tyrrell with 3 Rams Village Superstars defenders around him. He manages to swivel his way out of trouble, but loses it to Fleming. Fleming, who sparks a counter-attack with Kimari Rogers. But Kimari is stopped by St. Peter's, and the ball eventually is given back to Rams Village Superstars, who win a free kick just about on half line, and the free kick is taken quickly up towards Wilkes for Rams Village Superstars, who's out muscled and out jumped, and it's back with St. Peter's.
Well, to get back on winning ways, Village Superstars will have to look for 2 goals, and we have made about 15 minutes or so to go. You get the indication. Yes, Village Superstars will have to find 2 goals in about 15 minutes in order to get back to winning ways. Remember, they lost their first game last weekend against Connery.
Yes, and it's with St. Peter's now, who thumps the ball upfield, but it goes out of touch for a throw into Rams Village Superstars. A throw taken quickly, everything being done quickly here by Rams Village Superstars. Wilkes trying to play in Travis Rogers, but his pass again is awful, and it's back with St. Peter's. Tikwan Tyrrell here on the run for St. Peter's down the left hand side. He gets into the box, but he's dispossessed by Rams Village Superstars Keynes, and it's back with St. Peter's, this time to Bazi on the left hand side. His cross is an awkward one for Zella Morton in goal, but it sails outside, sails over the crossbar for a goal kick to Rams Village Superstars.
Well, he almost did it. Was an audacious attempt by the youngster there. But St. Peter's, they're looking good. Can they hold on and hold on to this 2-1 lead? And I believe Superstars will suffer then their second consecutive loss if St. Peter's were to hold on to this lead.
Yes, as you see, Carlos Bertie trying to muscle 3 defenders, and he eventually loses the ball and was brought down. You just see the free kick going against him, and he was in disbelief with that. But it's a free kick to St. Peter's here. Free kick, Bazi to Stevens. Stevens, the captain for St. Peter's, tried to play a 1-2 with Tyrrell, but his pass is picked off by Ardell Fleming. Ardell Fleming goes back to Morton in goal. Morton plays a long ball upfield, and it's picked up by Rogers, whose control is poor, but it's with St. Peter's now, with Tyrrell trying to break, but he loses it. And it's a counter-attack here for Village that's broken up by Simmons, who will go into the books of the referee. Simmons bringing down, that looks like Jeffers there. Kimari, is it Kimari? Kimari for Ramsville Superstars, yes.
Oh, that was a crunching tackle there. And he's remonstrating with the referee. It must have been a retaliation for something that the referee did not blow. Kimari is down still, and the physiotherapist comes into play now. Again, it's a very good time to remind you you're listening to live coverage on the Voice of the Caribbean Radio and SKN Newsline. And we're coming to you live from downtown Bastia, Warner Park. It's the Premier League. Village Superstars in danger of losing their second consecutive game. This is a team that have dominated football in St. Kitts Nevis for the past 2 years or so. Last year they hardly lose a game. This year they were on a 10-game winning streak, and that was broken last Saturday by Connery, and now they're in danger of losing their second consecutive game.
Yes, and St. Peter's, a team that has recorded some big wins also this season, most notably beating Newtown United 6-0. Anthony Nets Isaac coming back to haunt his former team, defeating them 6-0 in a Sunday night football game. But it's with Dennis Fleming now, who tries a long ball up to Carlos Bertie. Bertie miscontrols and loses the battle there, and the ball is headed back to the goalkeeper for St. Peter's. The goalkeeper who then punts a ball all the way up the pitch. The goalkeeper comes and finding that looks like Isaac for St. Peter's, Tijan Isaac, and it goes out of touch for a throw-in to St. Peter's.
And I'm sure the president of the St. Peter's Football Association, that's Mr. Shanite Boss, he must be very happy indeed. His team doing quite well, and he did predict that they were going to beat Village Superstars. So they have a few more minutes.
And a flick here from Simmons towards the Tikwan Tyrrell. It's a good move there by St. Peter's, but the shot goes inches wide of the western upright for a goal kick to Ramsville Superstars. That's taken quickly, and now with Lawrence Jeffers looking up, trying to find Wilkes over on the left hand side of attack, but it's cut out by St. Peter's, and it's now Stevens on the go again for St. Peter's. St. Peter's hungry for more. Stevens to Simmons, who fails the control, picked up by Hanley for Village, and it's now with Ardell Fleming back to Dylan Keynes. Dylan Keynes finding a nice ball for Lawrence Jeffers. Lawrence Jeffers with a nice soft pass to Carlos Bertie. Carlos Bertie tries to find Kimari rather there, but the pass was too close to the goalkeeper for St. Peter's. As we say, St. Peter's player is down and is calling for medical attention.
There's so much space out there to play. People like Tyran Hanley and Carlos Bertie should be really looking to do their magic inside so much space. And Peters, they're looking to go forward, looking to increase their advantage, and looking to put this game out of sight as far as Village Superstars is concerned. Again, if you're just joining us, wherever you are, if you're listening to us, we're happy that you can join us. We're coming to you live via Voice of the Caribbean Radio and SKN Newsline. It's beautiful Sunday afternoon here in downtown Bastia. Not missing any football, a player is down. It is Ramsville Superstars, the defending champions. They are in danger of losing their second consecutive game. A team that has dominated football so much, but they're in danger of losing their second consecutive game after having lost against Connery last Saturday. So, again, we're happy you can join us. You're not missing any player at all. A player is down. The first 2 goals scored in the first 5 minutes of the game. And then St. Peter's coming out in the second half. They dominated the second half, started the second half, looked well. We have seen some very creative and imaginative football from the St. Peter's team. We have seen the youngsters there playing some nice creative backheel flicks and clever dummies. And looking very confident. They played with self-belief, they played with self-confidence, and they was able to get the go-ahead goal against the Village Superstars. So the player The player is being stretchered off and to get some medical attention. And it's 2-1 in favor of St. Peter's FC.
Yes, our Rams Village Superstars taking the opportunity there while the player was receiving medical attention to huddle up and try to plan and strategize and motivate each other for the remaining minutes of this second half. But the ball is with the Gums in goal for St. Peter's, and he is looking for opportunity to cheat to pass. He tries to find Simmons, but it's cut out. It's now with Rams Village Superstars. Ardell Fleming from the right hand side of the defense finds Travis Rogers, who was even wider on the right hand side, but he fails to control, and the ball goes out for a throw into St. Peter's FC, as we see the number 17 for St. Peter's being substituted for the number 9. The number 9, Kirkland Harris, coming on for St. Peter's, and going out is Devontae Foy. So another substitution here at Warner Park in the game. 1-1 here at Warner Park. 2-1, sorry. St. Peter's FC 2, Rams Village Superstars 1.
And in the earlier game, we had it was Saddlers who came up with the win against Mantab. At one point, it was Saddlers had the first goal, and Mantab equalized. And Saddlers went ahead scoring another 3 goals. So winning that game 4 goals to 1. That's Saddlers over Mantab, 4 goals to 1.
Yes, and the back play restarted here at Warner Park, but Tijan Isaac, is brought down by Ardell Fleming and wins a free kick for St. Peter's.
We can look at the body language of the Village Superstars. I said they're not accustomed to be in this position at all. Not very often you find them down 2 goals to 1 with minutes sticking away. Not very often you'll find them having been in danger of losing 2 consecutive games. They've hardly lost a game last season, and they've only lost 1 so far, and they're in danger of losing this second one.
Yes, as Stuart Hanley tries to spark a counter-attack, tries to play in Kimari Rogers. He wins a long battle there, and the ball is put in the back of the net. Oh, goal here by St. Peter's, number 13 puts the ball past his own goalkeeper, and it's 2-2 here at Warner Park. The number 13 for St. Peter's, Lyndon David, struggled to control a crossed ball by Kimari Rogers. A ball fired into the area. There was no Rams Village Superstars players around him, but he failed to properly control and properly clear it, and instead put it in the back of his own net.
Well, I did say when he came on that he's the Village Superstars talisman, and he has proved that tonight. Very pacey player, and was able to get behind the St. Peter's defense and did the correct thing. Took the ball towards the byline and then squared dangerously across the face of the goal. And the St. Peter's player, they're looking to clear, but he was played with such pace. The ball took a ricochet from his boot and went straight into the net, conceding an own goal. So Village Superstars is back into this game. Can they get a second? Can they get a next goal to go ahead? So it's 2-2. We have 4 goals so far tonight, and very entertaining stuff. Very, very entertaining stuff. Again, if you're just joining us, we're live on Voice of the Caribbean Radio and SKN Newsline, and we thank you very much for joining us. The first game tonight, it was Saddlers coming out victorious with 4 goals to 1 against Mantab, and I must let you know that a player is down, as you can see on the video. A player is down, those on the radio. A player is down, so you're not missing any football at all. Very Superstars has just equalized, making the game 2-2.
Yes, and about 35 minutes gone in the second half. Ramsville Superstars coming from behind. Just now to level the game. St. Peter's, we were praising for being the better side in the second half, but they have been pegged back here by Ramsville Superstars and have lost now. This looks like the second player to injury who will have to be stretchered off.
That goal means a lot to Village Superstars. A lot. They would not have won to concede 2 consecutive games.
Yes, I think they'll be disappointed if this game even ends in a draw, considering they were on a 10-game winning streak.
Exactly.
And then losing last week, they don't want to bounce back with a win this week.
A draw, a loss is a strange feeling, but a draw is also a strange feeling to Village Superstars. They are accustomed to winning games, and as I said, Kimari Rogers, we know he's a dangerous player. He loves goal. He loves when he gets the ball and picks up the ball and goes towards the goal. He means business. Put his head down and he means business. And he did quite well to get in behind the St. Peter's defense and to get the ball across the face of the goal and able to create some pressure and get that go-ahead goal. That equalizer.
Yes, as St. Peter's makes their second forced substitution. The number 5 comes in. The number 5 goes out, sorry. That's Azim James. And he's replaced by the number 11 in Ozani Purcell. So 2 forced changes here by St. Peter's. As Stevens picks up the ball, finding the right back who tries to play in Purcell, who gives him his first touch, but it goes out of touch for a throw into Ramsville Superstars. Ramsville Superstars whose body language has improved since leveling the game.
Very much so. Very much so. The heads are up. They're looking more lively. They're looking more with a sense of expectancy, looking to get that go-ahead goal.
Yes, and it's St. Peter's FC, sorry. Trying to create an attacking play, but it goes out of play for a throw-in. And this throw will be taken by Leroy Hanley of Ramsville Superstars. Taken. Trying to find Wilkes, but it's headed away by St. Peter's FC. St. Peter's trying to start a counter-attack. Trying to play Stevens down the right-hand side, but it goes out for a throw. And St. Peter's on the attack here. Tyrrell trying to play in Stevens, eventually does so. Stevens on the right-hand side tries to beat a defender, but his pass is ricocheted and cleared eventually by Ramsville Superstars. And with Bertie now in the center of the park, finding Jeffers to Hanley with a square ball, trying to play in Travis Rogers, but it was too heavy, and it's a throw into St. Peter's in their defensive half. Ramsville Superstars with a pep in their step that was non-existent.
Yes. A smart pleasure
5 minutes
by
ago.
Hanley. Yes, very much so. Hanley looking to play Rogers in behind the defense with a nice ball, but unfortunately there was too much space on the ball, and the ball won over the touchline.
Yes, and what was noticeable was when the first player for St. Peter's was being stretched off, the Ramsville Superstars players, they came together, they huddled, and then a few minutes later they found the equalizer. They found a move that created an equalizer. But a free kick here for Ramsville Superstars deep in the defensive half, towards the near post. It's headed towards goal by Ardell Fleming, but I think the referee blew for a whistle.
The keeper is down.
Yes, and the keeper for St. Peter's is down on the ground. Another injury worry here for them. Another player down in the 18-yard box. That's probably the third time in the last 15 minutes that we've seen that.
That's true. There's some pressure being brought to bear on the St. Peter's defense. But the goalkeeper made a very good take because he was unsighted by maybe 3 players, and he kept his eyes on the ball, kept his balance, and make a very good take, very good catch indeed. But he's down, and should be okay now. Gets up, and we're looking to make a big clearance upfield and see what St. Peter's can make of it. To look to see if St. Peter's can get the 1-goal advantage. It's still 2-2 at this point. Deadlock at 2-2.
Yes, as Bazi tries to play a ball upfield, but Simpson falls over, and the ball goes out for a throw into Ramsville Superstars. As Fleming with a dangerous ball there to the far post, trying to play Wilkes, but the keeper comes rushing out and punches it away, starting a counter-attack for St. Peter's, as the pass by the number 13 is cut out and is won back by Ramsville Superstars.
Well, this is great football. Both teams looking for the
yes, both teams going for the juggler. He has the number 11 Purcell. Substitute comes into to play here. Links up with Tikwan Tyrrell, but the ball is eventually cleared by Ramsville Superstars. Over to Travis Rogers on the right hand side, but his pass is wayward, picked up by St. Peter's. That's the number 6 there for St. Peter's. His left-footed cross is a shoddy one, but it troubles Zella Morton in goal somewhat, but he recovered nicely. As his long ball forward is cleared by St. Peter's, picked up in the middle of the park by Lawrence Jeffers with a toe poke towards Carlos Bertie. Carlos Bertie 1-on-1, what is deemed to be offside on that occasion. The action definitely ramping up here at Warner Park in the last few minutes between both these teams, trying to get a winner in this tight encounter, as we see St. Peter's on the attack again, trying to create something. Simmons trying to find the number 11, but it's picked up by Fleming, who ran out of yards and had to gives St. Peter's a throw-in.
Well, very good match indeed. End-to-end action from the start of the game, and punch for punch. If this was a boxing match, but I think I would have given St. Peter's the. I think I would give St. Peter's the head because they've really dominated the game. But at this point, it is 2-2.
Yes, and Simmons picks up the ball. A curling shot towards the far post, and beats Zella Morton over the top, and it's 3-2 to St. Peter's, and Simmons, number 7 for St. Peter's, with one of the goals of the season, a curling shot from the left hand side, towards the eastern upright, curling inside the post. Zella Morton stood no chance, and it's 3-2 to St. Peter's.
Well, as I said, this is a great match. If it was a boxing match, I said I would have given St. Peter's the go ahead, and the work for it. I think that is not knockout punch for now. That would be the knockout punch. I don't think Village Superstars can survive the count. That is the knockout punch. It was punch for punch. But I think now that should be the knockout punch. I don't think we have enough time in the game for Village Superstar. But you cannot count them off. They're a very dangerous team indeed. Very dangerous in team, this Village Superstar team.
Yes, I'm 3-2 here in favor of St. Peter's as they go on the attack again, this time to Isaac. Isaac beats Fleming. Fleming sticks out a hand to break up the play, and Isaac wins a free kick for St. Peter's, and Fleming looks like he will earn himself a yellow card, trying to stop a promising play there for St. Peter's.
But Sean, you saw the match last week that we covered last week with St. Paul's and Keon. The third goal that is very similar. Which one is better to you in your opinion?
This one for me was a tad better, but it's probably recency bias. But this one for me was a tad better because I think he was more under control. His body was more under control than Keith Roy last week.
Both of them were brilliant goals, but this one, because this one seemed like it was going out. And here comes a shot coming.
Yes, as Bazi plays a long ball over to the far post of Ramsville Superstars, but it's collected this time by Morton in goal, as Isaac is on the attack again here for St. Peter's, but it's cleared by Ramsville Superstars. Cleared, picked up by Leroy Hanley doing battle here with two St. Peter's players, and he eventually wins a free kick as we see 5 minutes goes up.
This is in favor of Ramsville Superstars. They'll be happy with that, because this team, Ramsville Superstars, they love to score goals, and they have lots of goal scorers who can do something. So St. Peter's can't rest on a laurel at all.
Yes, as we see one of those goal scorers, Carlos Bertie, in a position here. He tries to play it back towards Kimari, but it's cleared by St. Peter's. Picked up by Tyran Hanley. Hanley goes back to Keynes for Village. Keynes finding Ardell being brought down almost at the half line, and the ball goes out, and it is awarded a free kick for Rams Village Superstars.
But this St. Peter's team, they played a fearless game. They played with great courage and determination from beginning, and they really looked well. And they deserve to win this game.
Yes, a long ball by Fleming towards the goal of St. Peter's, but it's punched by Gums. Picked up by Tyrrell in the middle of the park, but he loses it. It's back with Tyran Hanley. Hanley beats 3 St. Peter's defenders, finds Kimari Rogers on the left-hand side, but the ball is cleared by St. Peter's. St. Peter's with 10 players behind the ball. A long ball coming in here for Ramsville Superstars, cleared partially by St. Peter's. Travis Rogers trying to desperately to pick up that one, but he is unsuccessful, but it's kept in play here by Kimari. Kimari beats the first defender, crosses, and his cross is headed towards the goal, but safely off target in the end, but picked up on the right hand side here by Ardell Fleming, and the ball is eventually cleared for a throw-in deep in the defensive half of St. Peter's. Ramsville Superstars still piling on the pressure here, trying to find another equalizer. Wilkes beats the first defender, but his cross goes out of play, and it's a goal kick to Rams Village Superstars.
Yes, interesting stuff. Very grand. We're having a grand finale here between these two teams. As I said, it was punch for punch. Well, I think the knockout punch would have gone. But Village Superstars, whenever Kimari has that ball, you could expect something. Whenever Kimari has that ball, St. Peter's have to hold the breath.
Yes, and Ardell Fleming with a nice through ball trying to find Kimari, who you just mentioned. But it's picked up by Gums in goal for St. Peter's, who punts a long ball forward. Now with Simmons for St. Peter's, the go-ahead goal scorer, Simmons, who pokes it through towards the number 11. Number 11 loses it partially. He wins it back and is brought down dangerously there by Dennis Fleming for Rams Village Superstars, and he looks to be heading into the bad books of the referee there. He's given a yellow card for that tackle. Another opportunity here for St. Peter's to eat as much time off the clock as possible.
Yo, that was another crunching tackle there. And referee again just went across and brandished that card in the face of the player there.
Yes, and the free kick is taken, and the ball goes, and the St. Peter's player goes straight into the corner, and he is tackled from behind by the Rams Village Superstars player, and it's another free kick to St. Peter's, almost in the corner flag, and it's another yellow card for St. Peter's, for Rams Village Superstars. This time it looks like Joseph Wilkes, another yellow card.
Well, smart play by St. Peter's. They're looking to run the clock down, and the Village Superstars, they're not happy at all. They're not very happy at all, and
you can see fans already leaving Warner Park. Ramsville Superstars fans are already leaving Warner Park, as another free kick here for St. Peter's all the way in the corner. I could almost guarantee that they won't be going much further with it. They'll try to keep it in the corner as long as possible. Yeah, and it goes out of touch, I think.
Good. We're not very far from the final whistle.
Yes, it goes out of... No, it's actually another free kick to St. Peter's in the corner here. 3 players standing over the ball.
And they're milking the situation.
Yes, and it's full-time whistle here at Warner Park. Ramsville Superstars for the second straight week go down to St. Peter's. They led initially in this game. They led very early on, and then they had to come from behind early in the second half after St. Peter's took a 2-1 lead to Simmons, and then they equalized to an own goal by Lyndon David, and then Simmons again were thrown in their side with a beautifully crafted goal. A goal from the inside left, curling towards the far post on the eastern side, and beating Zella Morton and giving St. Peter's, as you said, the knockout punch, going up 3-2 here at Warner Park and coming out narrow victors, but 3 points are the same.
Yes, a very entertaining game, very dramatic game here at Warner Park, and we really enjoyed it. The entertainment value was very high. For those of you who paid your money, you would have gotten your value. We have seen 5 goals so far tonight, and Village Superstars going down for the second consecutive time. A very unusual, unaccustomed to situation as far as Village Superstars is concerned. This is a team that has dominated football here in St. Kitts Nevis for a long time. They hardly lose a game, lost a game last year.
That's one game last season.
One game last season. I had a 10-game winning streak
to start this season. And then now find themselves with 2 straight losses. A very unfamiliar territory.
Very much so. But as I say, it was entertaining stuff. We enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed our live coverage here coming from Warner Park. In the first game, we saw Mantab and Saddlers. Saddlers went ahead first, and then the equalizer came from Mantab, but some Saddlers were able to score 3 more goals, 3 more unanswered goals, and winning that game 4 goals to 1. So it's a very good weekend, a weekend packed with action. And for those of you who didn't join us last night, we have Canary continuing the winning ways. Canary with 8 consecutive games. Canary and an 8-game winning streak. 8-game winning streak. Canary. And Canary doing quite well, and really playing some entertaining stuff.
Yes, and the consequences of this result means that Canary and Rams Village Superstars remain tied at the top, with Village being ahead on goal difference, but they both teams find themselves now on 30 points going into the second round. Rams Village Superstars are a rough end to the first round. Flo Fojicare Rockets, who play their final game of the first round on Tuesday, they are on 25 points. So that's what St. Paul's, they're in 4th on 24 points after a draw yesterday. St. Peter's, who came into this game in 5th, actually they came into this game in 6th because Saddlers winning put them temporarily in 5th on 19 points. But St. Peter's winning this game leapfrog Saddlers again and goes to 20 points. Saddlers in 6th on 19. H.E. Garnett Spurs, H.E. Garnett Spurs, they remain in 7th on 14 points. KFC Old Road Jets, who play Keon on Tuesday, they are also on 14. SKF Newtown United moves to 14 from yesterday. Mantab remains on 5, and so too Elko Limited Security Forces, who are also on 5, and Trafalgar South Stars getting off the mark on 3 points.
Well,
Yes.
as we said last night, there's action at the bottom of the table, there's action at mid-table, and there's action at the top of the table. But Canary has done quite well to be able to have equal points with Village Superstars. At one point, you think Village Superstars will be runaway leaders.
Yes.
Because they really were doing that well. But they're losing the last 2 games, so you give Canary a chance to overtake them. But Canary will have to wait until the start of the second round to overtake Village Superstars if they were to play first. So entertaining stuff, great stuff, and we have lots more entertaining football to come in the second round. So we hope you can continue to enjoy our live coverage here from Warner Park.
Yes, and Rams Village Superstars, they will have a disappointing end to the first one after going 10 undefeated, and then losing their last 2. They'll be quite disappointed and would want to get that corrected as soon as possible. Considering the run they went on last season, losing 1 game through 3 rounds of football, losing 1 game out of 27, and was poised for another run at the title during the Super 6 playoffs, but it was never meant to be, and they would have been disappointed at what happened last season. But they started the season looking like a team with a vengeance and wanting to fight back, but the last 2 games have proven to be a tough loss for them.
Do you think the win for Canary would have give St. Peter's a bit of a boost coming into this game? Because we really were looking at Rams Village Superstars as the invincible team, but Canary having done the job, I think St. Peter's got the self-belief, got the self-confidence that they could do the same. And they really came out. They really came out tonight. I mean, having conceded a goal in the first minute of the game and still play so well, yes. You must give credit to them, because they could have easily been intimidated. They could have easily allowed themselves to be imposed upon. But they fought back. They played a very good game, and as I said, it was punch for punch. But they eventually got that knockout punch with that beautiful goal. It was an absolutely beautiful goal from Simmons to put St. Peter's ahead and eventually giving them that very important win.
Yes, so St. Peter's definitely going down 1 very early on. It could have gone the other way, where they just buckled under the pressure and being hit out the park, but instead they stuck to it. They got back an equalizer quickly and eventually took the lead in the second half. And as we were saying, coming out of the halftime break, they definitely look the better of the 2 sides, and eventually came out victors here with a big 3 points, closing the gap on St. Paul's. They're now 4 points behind St. Paul's in 4th and 5 behind Cairn, who also had a good start to the season. So it's shaping up interestingly, but we also have to remind you there's 1 more game left in round 1, coming up on Tuesday between Fluff Cairn Rockets and Olo Jets. So it's good to see the competitiveness of the league going into a new round of football.
Well, that's important. We wouldn't want to see that 6 teams already decided long before the tournament is over. So it's good to see the competition, and it goes well for the football.
Yes, so, and it's also important to note amongst the chasing pack for a spot in the 6 is Newtown United and HE Garnhart Spurs, who currently, if the season were to end today, will miss a Super 6 playoff, a playoff that were expanded to suit the growing number of competitive teams in the Premier Division, and to see that they would still miss out if the league were to end today, shows how some teams have grown over the years.
Very much so, especially teams from the rural areas, because there are two Boston teams still fighting to get in. Yes. And they're a team that, with great history, great pedigree, especially Newtown. Newtown, arguably the most successful team in St. Kitts Nevis football. So it'll be very interesting to see.
Yes, and Guyana Hotspurs, the oldest team currently in the Premier Division. So there will be two big missing pieces if they were unsuccessful in making a play at the Super 6 playoffs.
Very much so. You must be happy for teams like Sadler. Sadler has been consistent in the past few years. They've been checking the relegation a few times, but they have done quite well to maintain the position up. And then you have the Woolworth team, which would have gone down had it not been the incident last year. So they have a chance to stay up. And they are playing quite well in comparison to, say, South Stars and Security Forces. So they have a chance to stay up to avoid relegation.
Yes, and they're coached by the experienced Morris. Morris, who coached Connery to so many Premier Division finals and Cup finals and Commonwealth Cup wins. So
yes, I spoke to him tonight itself, and he was telling me, yes, he has won about 10 cups or so. Those cups, you have the Easter Cup, you have the Carnival Cup, you have the Knockout Cup. He won the Knockout Cup 3 times. Yes. It took Connery to 5 finals. They only won once, but to take a small team like Connery, small, I say small, I mean, they don't have the kind of pedigree and history like Newtown and Village and Spurs. They're a small community, and they have not been in top flight football for a long time. But they're doing quite well. 5 Premier League finals and winning all these cups. So he's been with Connery for 11, yes. I think 11 years he told me, 11 years. And to see Jenkins taking over and doing so well, that goes well for Connery football. And talking about Jenkins, that must be the headlines for next week talk shows. I mean, to see Jenkins taking over Connery, first 8 games, 100% success. I mean, that's great. That's great news for young Asim. Should be brimming with self-confidence.
Yes, and with that, we'll bring this broadcast to a close, and I'm inviting you to join us next week, Saturday and Sunday, as we'll be doing this all over again, bringing you 2 games next weekend. We'll confirm those games later in the week, but for now, we'll be signing off and see you next week.
The St. Kitts Nevis Football Association, SKN Newsline, and Voice of the Caribbean Radio present the SKNFA Match of the Week at Sunday Night Football. 2 days of comprehensive live football coverage. The SKNFA Match of the Week on Saturday nights at 8 p.m. and Sunday Night Football at 7 p.m. on the Facebook pages of SKN Newsline and the SKNFA, and live radio commentary on Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. Stay tuned to our halftime and post-game shows with analysis and interviews. It's live football on radio and online video stream. The SKNFA Match of the Week on Saturdays at 8 p.m. and Sunday Night Football at 7 p.m. Only on SKN Newsline and Voice of the Caribbean Radio, taking football to another level.
At Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. like knowing you're fully covered after an accident. The security of your home and everything in it that means so much to you. And knowing that even when the weather does its worst, you and your family are covered. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
Now you can have SKN Newsline on the go. Introducing SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Search SKN Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news, instant Kitchen Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch your news reports, watch our live news feed on SKN Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today.
Hey, scan this. Boy, what that stand for?
We are St. Kitts and Nevis Waste Disposals.
Oh, so it's alright, just rent the big bin for when people cleaning the yard and construction project and so?
Yes, we do that.
Okay, so what about septic tank and grease trap cleanings?
Yes, we do that.
Them portable toilet rental?
Yes, we do that.
So what about if I want to rent a sexy bar trailer for like VIP events or my outdoors wedding?
Yes, we do that.
Residential garbage pickup?
Yes, we do that.
Okay. So if my office have a bunch of documents we need shredded?
Yes, we do that.
Boy, I talking to you and you know, but when you answer me, I hearing like 10 people.
That's just the strength of our team working for you. Watch now. Call us at 662-3329 and we'll come and do that for you.
Like us on Facebook.
KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises. Now you can have SKN Newsline on the go. Introducing SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Search SKN Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news, instant Kitchen Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch your news reports, watch our live news feed on SKN Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today.
Banners, commercial signs, decal printing, canvas printing, license plates, posters. We at Multigraphics are dedicated to providing quality products and service to our customers. Our team takes pride in the craftsmanship and is passionate about its work. Every job, large or small, is important. Most of our customers come to us through referrals. That's because our number one priority is service. We serve a wide variety of customers, such as restaurants, retail stores, manufacturers, trucking companies, and many more. Our capabilities include design, production, and installation. How can we help? We are located at Bird Rock at the Woods Right compound. Call us at 869-763-1511 or 784-491-7599. Multigraphics.
Are you ready for the biggest gospel event ever? It's a gospel. The moment you've all been waiting for. Well, it's here. The God Movement presents their second annual all-white affair Jesus Party Boat Ride. On April 10th, Tortola comes alive with the best of the best. High Frequency Band out of Tortola. Blessed Messenger out of Trinidad and Tobago. Nisha Woods out of Barbados. Oni out of Tortola. Nigel Lopez out of Trinidad and Tobago. The God Movement out of Tortola. Jay Prince out of Trinidad and Tobago.
Everybody just dip. Do the name and dip. Rock and come in and dip.
And DJ JD out of St. Thomas will have you rocking. Zion Hill Steel Orchestra serenades you as you board the Cayman Seal at 5 p.m. Boat leaves from James Young Marina East End Tortola at 7 p.m. sharp. Early bird tickets available now at $40 and ends February 29, 2020. Regular tickets are $60. All you can eat and drink all night long. Remember, April 10th, the Jesus Party Boat Ride. See you there.
Listen the words of my song and dip. Do the name and dip.
For all your printing needs at top-notch quality, go to Digital Print Plus, located on Princess Street, Bastyr, St. Kitts. At Digital Print Plus, you get the best in business cards, letterheads, envelopes, wristbands, tent cards, rack cards, flyers, brochures, logo designs, posters, photos, architectural designs, 3D renderings, and so much more. Digital Print Plus gives you the best quality at competitive prices. Contact us at 767-7468 or email digitalprintskn@gmail.com or follow us on Facebook at Digital Print SKN. Digital Print Plus for all your printing needs at the best quality.